Okay, so I'm going to talk a bit about the new trailer for Arrow Season 3, I mean. Now, we have had a lot of news, and we are also we've also gotten, I don't know if they've been cast yet. Well, they have announced that they're going to be in the show, but I don't know if they are cast yet, like if they actually have actual people playing those characters yet, or we'll just have to wait in the show. But before I go into the actual trailer, I want to talk about the new ones, and yeah. First and foremost, Ra's al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul is going to be in Season 4, and it looks like he's going to be the big bad guy. So obviously he was casted. You see him actually in the trailer. You don't really see his face in the trailer, but you see him all decked out in these robes and swords and rings. I can't believe I forgot. My brain just went on me. So you see him decked out in all these rings and carrying a sword and holding it. So it looks like Ra's is going to be the big bad villain for Season 3, which is about time. I know he's a Batman villain, but they've been building him up for the past 2 seasons. So I think it's really cool that they finally are going to do Season 3 is going to focus a lot on the League of Shadows. Now, the other one, and this is one I was really excited for. This was something actually me and Jay, aka Mr. J's Comic Reviews, really geeked out over. Is that Ted Grant, aka Wildcat, will be in the show. Yeah, I'm not joking. Wildcat will be in the TV show. It will be in Arrow, which was something I was really hoping for, and this was something me and Jay talked about, where you could have him. The story we had in mind was that Ted Grant gets accused for a murder or a crime he didn't commit, and Laurel helps him, and in exchange, Ted tells her, I can't, pay you all back, but if you come to my gym, I'll train you. And that's how she kind of becomes the new Black Canary, and we do kind of get the sense that, yeah, she's going to pretty much be a Black Canary this season. Laurel is. So, I am glad, and I'm really glad that we're going to have Ted Grant in here. That's going to be really cool to see him in here. But, yeah, really excited for that. So let's move on to the trailer itself. So the first half of it's pretty much just one big recap of the first 2 seasons in just a nutshell. And then we get into clips of the 3rd season, and it looks like that there's going to be a lot to it. We do get a scene of Brendan Routh as Ray Palmer, which I'm all excited for. It looks like he's looking to buy Queen Consolidated, and he comes in. He's like, "Hey, I like your company. I'm going to." He's like, I don't think he's trying to be an asshole on purpose. I think Ray Palmer's always had this kind of cocky attitude to him. He's incredibly intelligent, and apparently, from what I understand, is that originally it wasn't going to be Ray Palmer that was going to be in the show. It was going to be Ted Kord, but DC said no because they quote unquote have plans for him, and which I call, oh, what are you going to do with him? Really, they've mentioned a lot of, and I can see that I can see that Arrow wanted to use Ted Kord, Blue Beetle, and that's who Brendan Routh was originally going to play. And they have mentioned a lot of Ted Kord, so I think it would have been cool, but apparently DC has plans for him. I use that term loosely. So DC said no, so they went with Ray Palmer, which I'm completely cool with as well. But it is cool to see just that little glimpse. I'm really excited for you. We also get, it looks like Laurel is Black Canary, like I said, and also we get this quick clip of Ray Palmer talking to some guys, and he's showing like a projection, and he has a image of Starling City, and it's just called Star City. Most of you guys know in the comics, it's not Starling City, it's Star City. So that's really cool that I think it looks like they're gonna try to change the name to just Star City. I think that's really cool. There are a few other images. Also, it looks like since we all know that Diggle looks like he's going to be a father soon, that Oliver wants to cut him from the group, and Diggle's not having that shit. Like he pretty much tells him flat out, "You'd have been dead 10 times over if it wasn't for me." In some cases, and then we also have some flashbacks back into Hong Kong, which has pretty much Oliver basically telling Amanda Waller that he will do everything in his power to escape, and she just flat out tells him, and I'll tell you that it's pretty easy to kill someone who the whole world thinks is already dead. So I'm like, ooh. But the big thing is, I'm really curious to see why Amanda Waller won't let Oliver, contact anyone. Why didn't Oliver why wasn't Oliver allowed to contact anyone? Why was he kept secluded in Hong Kong? That's something I'm really curious to see. And also, I think who we saw was Katana's husband talking to Oliver, telling him, a man cannot lead two lives. There must be sacrifices. We also get a scene of Oliver asking Felicity out on a dinner date, and he flat out tells her, there were times I wasn't on the island. There were times in those 5 years that I wasn't just on the island. So, yeah, needless to say, I'm really excited. And again, at that end of the trailer, we get to see, Ra's al Ghul in all of his glory. Well, his shadowed glory, and it looks like he is going to rip shit up. Now, the big thing is with this is that we've had for season 1, we had Malcolm, who wasn't really against Oliver, but he knew the arrow was in his way. And then the whole revenge scheme with Slade. This villain, as they've kind of described Ra's as someone who doesn't really see the arrow as a threat. He doesn't really have a set vendetta against Oliver, but he understands that, yeah, you get in my way, I'm going to kill you. And Oliver is going to be in for the fight of his life, so really excited to see what comes next for all this. But yeah, anyway, guys, you guys tell me out there, what do you guys think of the Arrow Season 3 trailer, and what do you guys think of the likes of Wildcat and Wildcat and Ra's al Ghul being part of the show? I'm really excited, and if they do the whole story with Ted Grant and Laurel that me and Jay talked about, that whole idea, I'll be like, they are watching us. That is creepy. But no, we also got one more thing before I go is that we also have news, and this was something I kind of expected. This was something I really did expect from the show, is that they did announce that there will be a crossover with The Flash in Arrow Season 3. So it's gonna be like a 2-episode thing where one episode is going to start in either Arrow or Flash, and then it's gonna be in the other show. So it's gonna be a 2-part story in the 2 different shows. Again, I kind of expected that. I really did expect that, because it's the same universe, and obviously, the Flash TV show was spun out of Arrow, so that makes a lot of sense. But anyway, guys, once again, you guys tell me, what do you think of all this news? And I'm really curious to hear what you guys think of all this, and yeah, I'm out.